Hey guys, welcome back. I've got another update for you. This time it's going to be on the topic of favorite soundtracks. And that question was posed by Frank, also known as Channel 33 RPM. He's got a great YouTube channel talking about vinyl records and just music in general and all of his pickups. He's a really cool guy. And this time he's actually giving away an Amazon gift card. I'll post a link down in the description so that you guys can go check him out. He's a really cool dude, as I said, and I'm sure if you like music, you'll like what he has to offer. So I've been a big fan of music my entire life, and it wasn't until just recently that I got into vinyl collecting, and it was just a few weeks ago actually that I got my first turntable. For the longest time, I was always a digital guy when it came to music, and I'm not really sure why. I think it was just more convenience. But seeing as how I despise that type of collecting when it comes to like games and movies, I've hated digital downloads of like movies and games because there's no resale value and there's just no physical presence of the actual media there for you to own. So it never really, I don't know why I never got into collecting a physical form of music, but I figured I'd give it a shot since I love to have that physical presence of the actual media. So as I said, I got my first turntable like a few weeks ago, and I've got about 20 or so records so far that I've bought. About half of them I got brand new, and the other half I bought at some used places like record stores and some other shops. But I'll show you guys those in a future update, maybe even in my next video. But for now, let's get to the question that was posed by Frank, and that is, what is your favorite, or what are your favorite music soundtracks when it comes to movies and TV shows and stuff like that? Of the 20 vinyl records that I own, I have 4 soundtracks. 2 of them are from films, and 2 of them are from TV shows. And then I also have one extra one to show you guys, and that is actually a cassette. Yes, I actually own a few cassettes. I'm sure that most music collectors have quite a few cassettes still, but it's one of my very few. I don't own very many cassettes. I probably only own like 5. Obviously, all the soundtracks here that I have are great music, but I also love each and every one of these films and shows. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so the first movie that I have for you guys here is the soundtrack to Drive. This is a cool gatefold opening, and it's a double LP. Obviously, it's a gatefold, and it's on a gorgeous pink vinyl. And here's what the vinyl looks like. I don't know if you guys can see that all right, but yeah. But yeah, guys, this movie had a great 80s vibe, and the soundtrack fit it perfectly. It's one of my favorite films and best soundtracks of all time. This next film is a movie that I wasn't sure that I would like initially, but after I saw it, I was blown away. I really enjoyed it. And that movie is Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. I'm sure a lot of you maybe own this, perhaps. But the film was just a really fun time, a really fun experience. I had a lot more fun with it than I thought I would. And it's just an overall classic soundtrack with good old music. And obviously it's called an awesome mixtape, and it's got the soundtrack as well as the score, so which is always nice. This is also a gatefold, a double LP. I don't know if you guys can see that. Alright. It's got some cool artwork up top, and then it gives the track listing for the awesome mix over here, and then the score over here. So it's very nice. And now to 2 of my favorite TV shows of all time. The first one here is Breaking Bad. This is probably my favorite show of all time. Just perfect in every way, I think. And now that Better Call Saul's going strong, it makes me happy, you know. And Vince Gilligan is just a genius. I love all of his stuff. This is another double LP, and it's another gatefold. Nice periodic table there of pictures and symbols. And I forgot to mention that this is also a special edition from Hot Topic. It's the meth blue color of the vinyl, which is awesome. I have to get these special editions with the colors that go with the show because it just makes it so much better. And next is also one of my favorite TV shows, and that is Dexter, the soundtrack to Dexter. As I said, the show kind of fell off towards the end, but overall, just a really good show. The first 4 seasons were phenomenal, and if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend going to check those out, because those were some of the best seasons of TV that I've ever seen. Not to mention, it's also got a great soundtrack. Here's the back. And what's cool about this edition is that it's also a special edition from Hot Topic, and that is the clear blood spatter. As you can see, just an awesome effect on the vinyl itself. And it just fits the theme of the show perfectly. I can't stress enough how awesome that this looks and how it came out. And last, guys, we have a cassette to a movie that I've had for 20 years, almost my entire life. I've had it ever since the film came out. I cannot tell you how many times I've listened to this. It's probably in the hundreds. I listened to it almost every day when I was a kid. And that is the soundtrack to Space Jam on cassette. This will always hold a special place in my heart. Just great stuff all around. Rap, hip-hop, pop. And I'd really like to get this on vinyl, but it's just so damn expensive. I think the last time I looked, like there were none on eBay at all. And on Discogs, there were like maybe one or two available, and they were both for over $100. So it's pretty rare, and it's obviously way too expensive for me at this time. So there's obviously quite a few other soundtracks that I'd love to pick up. I just ordered the Interstellar vinyl, and that'll be coming probably towards the end of the month. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'd also eventually like to pick up the soundtrack to Chef. I just saw that film a few weeks ago, and it really impressed me. I was really impressed by that film, and the soundtrack was great. Also soundtracks for films like Batman, Blade Runner, and Jurassic Park. The Jurassic Park soundtrack is also another one of those rare ones that's, I think it was made by Mondo, and it's over $100 pretty much everywhere. So I obviously won't be picking that up anytime soon, but I hope to get it sometime. So again, a big thanks to Frank for doing this giveaway. He's a great guy in the community, and I highly recommend you go check him out. So yeah guys, what is your favorite soundtrack? Let me know in the comments down below, as well as your favorite TV shows, movies, stuff like that. I'd love to hear your responses. So yeah guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a good rest of the day, and I'll catch you guys later.